Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a November reading for you. And I'm starting off the reading with the Talisman Oracle, the growth of energy. Let's see. I will read to you from the guidebook. And this is a very auspicious card. You have been very productive and organized, trying to prepare for the next step in your life. Your creativity is flowing, you have built a nest, and as you look at your potential, the future no longer seems frightening. Everything is in its place, and you're growing the energy for a big new project. The six petals in the seed of life, I think this is the amazing concentric circles above the egg, signify that a blessing is on your path and that you have to take care and nurture your ideas to see them come to life. This newfound energy is bubbling up and your excitement is lighting up the room. Don't be surprised if people compliment your looks because of your radiant spirit. Use this card when you're ready to start a new stage in life or a new project requiring a lot of attention. You can also use this card when you're launching a new business. I'm ready for this new adventure is your mantra. This is spectacular. I had a meditation of, simply put, like a cog in a wheel, a gear, and that changed into a very specialized metal plate with a number of very precise carvings into it so that it represented, in my mind, a kind of specialization. So your Virgo temperament of doing your part, attending to the details, making sure everything is lined up precisely is less about a job anybody could do. This is more about your particular spin, your particular specialization regarding something that you have already received a lot of achievement around. And this leads to the overall energy, the Ten of Pentacles, which, as many know, this is considered the great good fortune card, the community, the beautiful lifestyle, having everything that you would like, including the people that are most significant to you, the people that you love and that love you, that support you. They are all a part of something I feel you are entering into. I believe this represents for many of you a job, a home, a location that is everything that you've worked hard to imagine as an ideal setting for you to flourish in. So you already have achieved some financial success, but the possibilities are exponential at this point. And this is somewhat unexpected for you. The Page of Swords in the bottom is affirming this idea that you are in a position to watch and learn. You recognize that this is something far beyond your experience in the past. It isn't that you've not been or chosen supportive communities. I think these opportunities are at a new level of achievement for you. They're elevating your already substantial work, and you're aware that this requires new skills, new abilities to communicate, new ways of asking for help or guidance. And perhaps this is a new focus on your writing style or component of your work. If your work involves words, writing, this is a part that is being elevated greatly. And for the 10th house, the house of your significant others. So for the 10th house, the house of your social identity, the house of your work commitment, your professional experience, the way others see you, the Judgment card is describing your sense of a calling, of a mission. It feels as though your mission is not new to you. Your calling is familiar. You've been building that as you have been engaged in improving on your expertise in your professional life. It feels as though the influence that you have worked for, you are finally experiencing not just as the impact on audiences, customers, clients, or students, but in terms of your peers. There feels to be a very august company that you work amongst and within. And this is where you're finding some phenomenal growth, opportunity to improve upon your legacy. It seems as though for many of you, your legacy involves writing, communicating information, sharing your story, sharing something that you've researched quite thoroughly. And it feels as though it is opening up new worlds for consideration. In the first house, the Magician card is really amplifying your ruling planet, Mercury. And this further underscores all of your attempts at communication, all the ways in which you use language and words, so that you're able to name your purpose, your values, the things that motivate your work and that you're working towards. It feels as though there is some significant healing that is going on as a result of the kind of impact that you're now able to reach or have. It perhaps even feels as though the community that you're moving into and among contains the kinds of spiritual support and cultural healing of generational wounds that you have been researching, learning about, talking about, sharing throughout your career. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your family, your foundation, the death card. Yeah, there's a strong feeling that home has been released. A very traditional or conforming, perhaps it is a isolating or solitary home base, is no longer serving you in the way that you once hoped it would or believed it did. And it did serve you in the past. It gave you that sanctuary you needed for whatever work it is that you have been doing. This feels like it is about a very clear mission-oriented employment or profession that you have been working towards. But this again indicates a rebirth. So this newer community that is abundant, that directs you increasingly towards ways that you are giving back, uh, is a kind of rebirth into a community of like-minded individuals, individuals like yourself. In the seventh house, the house of your significant others, partnerships, the Three of Swords is describing a pattern that you are now understanding, you're recognizing as a feature of your relationship life. This can absolutely be connected to your home life, the stories that you have been told as part of your social conditioning, as well as the family patterns that you have perhaps participated in unwittingly. This also includes the idea that you now understand you're making choices. You have, as an adult, chosen patterns that were reactive as a result of some kind of abandonment, hurt, or suffering you've experienced. Loss, absolutely. But in recognizing the pattern and thus the part that you play, you are free to release this pattern and to choose differently. So this is about choosing love of self, not the way you've often been treated, um, but the way now that you respect and love, honor your desires, your passions, your ambitions. I'm going to clarify these cards with the Shadow Work deck, the Ethereal deck. And I will pull an oracle card out at the very end. If this reading is resonating for you, please like this video. Please share this with others if you feel inclined to do so, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I thank you all for the support that you give me. It means a lot to me. The Magician in the first house is clarified by the Sun card. This is quite lovely. This is you feeling safe to be yourself, fully yourself. And this is feeling unusual because I almost feel like you're usurping a certain kind of visibility and joy in your purpose. You're seeing your purpose articulated through whatever it is you're doing and the company you're now keeping, your colleagues, their efforts. And this is elevating the influence or impact of your story, your work, your research, whatever it is that you've been working on presenting to others, integrates this extra quality of yourself, of honoring what you love, your passion. And this is new to, I believe, this excellent professional work and trajectory you have been following, so that you are aware that you are part of a very abundant system of work, of an abundant world, and that the resources, the love that you seek is all around you, as increasingly surrounds you and your work. There's a lot of visibility here that you're stepping into. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your family, your foundation, the Star card. Well, this is just as good, maybe even better. This indicates that you are allowing yourself to have a vision of love, to have a vision of who you are, to be grounded in self-love, to prioritize your needs as facilitating the address of needs of others. So instead of putting their needs first as a result of some sense of obligation or responsibility, you are recognizing that your cup must be filled. You must feel satisfied with your performance before you can model that to others or insist that others align with your principles unless you're practicing them. This North Star is something that has guided you from childhood. I want to say and honor that there is a gift that you've been able to lift up, to follow, to address, to express since you've been very young. And this gift is actually beginning to shape the way that you are able to present yourself professionally, the way you're able to give back is integrated with who you are as a person. And as many of you know, some of you that have followed me, this has been the trajectory of Virgos who have been managing pretty well throughout a difficult time through their expertise, their ability to understand the way how to align things precisely to meet the goals of having a social impact, making a contribution. In the seventh house, the Three of Swords is clarified by the Moon card. Enough with the major arcana here. I'm impressed. The Moon is really about where you have gained the sense of accountability for your own disappointments, heartaches, sadness. This has been the real work for you. The working in the world comes easily for you, comes naturally. But this looking at your own experience of relationship has been difficult. It has been masked perhaps in guilt, in a sense of even shame. Certainly, loss has factored into this way in which you feel it has been necessary to make sacrifices for others. You're looking at that more deeply, more carefully with the moon. You are honoring the emotions of your experiences. You're honoring those events in your memory that have led to the kinds of triggers you've experienced, perhaps the fear of love, the distrust of others, whatever those issues are for you. This is something you have been working on, you have been honoring in order to get to your authentic experience and needs, so that you can't determine what you really need if you don't know what you have experienced, what you really want. And this is a beautiful sign that you found some place within you to honor that, to communicate with your ancestors, to talk to that passed over relative, or to look to whatever cultural, historical inspirations guide your work that you want to emulate. In the 10th house, the Judgment card is clarified by the Four of Wands, and this is absolutely lovely. You have achieved something important. It feels very related to your work, and it again goes back to the idea that you are amongst an august company. That is what comes to me. This lends itself to academics or teaching or journalism or some kind of public presentation. You have worked with others to organize a group, a cabal, a council in which you mediate your communications of your work. This can be editing a journal, an anthology, an annual report. There's a paper feeling about this. Not that the specific goal is to publish a paper, but all the ways that academic or information is generated from this body is through a collaboration, through a council of others who share your goals. And this goes right back to some kind of cultural or generational healing that you have been working towards and that you now see the possibilities for. I hope this has been insightful for you. Pulling a crystal oracle card. And I'm going to take the one on top, which is the Libyan gold tektite. The keyword is manifestation. I manifest positive outcomes. This is absolutely accurate in terms of this legacy. This feels as though all of the vehicles that you're creating to channel this legacy, to authenticate it, to determine its best direction, exist, are being created as you speak, as I speak, and you are experiencing an incredible powerful push to creating some vision of, a functional community that is aligned with your highest values of peace and healing. Thank you so much for this reading, Virgo. If you enjoyed the content, there's more here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. And until next time, Virgo, namaste.